There are motorcycles the world simply overlooked until experienced riders finally gave them a chance, and the results? Surprising. Today, we're counting down the 13 most underrated bikes that turned out to be way better than anyone expected. 13. Honda NC700X. When the Honda NC700X came out, most riders looked at the spec sheet and shrugged. 52 horsepower? Really? That's it? People dismissed it before ever touching the handlebars. But experienced riders saw what casual riders didn't. The NC700X wasn't built to win drag races. It was built to be one of the smartest, most practical motorcycles ever engineered. The torque comes early, making it incredibly easy to ride in real-world situations. The fuel economy is almost ridiculous, letting riders squeeze insane mileage out of a single tank. And then there's the feature everyone falls in love with. The giant storage compartment where the gas tank should be. You can throw in a full-face helmet, groceries, camera gear, whatever you need. Riders who actually put real miles on the NC700X realized it's not a weak bike, it's a logical one. With low maintenance costs, unmatched efficiency, and Honda reliability, the NC700X became a secret weapon among commuters and long-distance riders. A bike the masses ignored, but experienced riders embraced. 12. Suzuki V-Strom 650, older generations. For years, the V-Strom 650 was considered boring. People said it looked plain, sounded plain, and felt like a dad bike. But then riders started taking them on cross-country trips, and everything changed. The V-Strom 650 turned out to be an absolute tank. This thing almost refuses to break. Its V-twin engine is smooth, friendly, and unbelievably predictable, which is exactly why experienced riders love it. It's not the kind of motorcycle that steals attention in a parking lot. It's the kind that quietly takes you across states, mountains, deserts, and back home again without complaining. Adventure riders have repeatedly called the V-Strom 650 one of the most reliable mid-size ADV bikes ever made. And used models often have sky-high mileage because owners simply don't get rid of them. It may not be flashy, but on the road, it earns respect fast. 11. Yamaha FJ09 Tracer 900. When Yamaha launched the FJ09, later known as the Tracer 900, a lot of riders weren't sure what to make of it. A lightweight sport touring bike with a 3-cylinder engine. People weren't used to that category, but then experienced riders grabbed the keys and instantly everything made sense. The CP3 engine, the same one used in the MT-09, is one of the most exciting power plants Yamaha has ever built. It pulls hard, revs freely, sounds incredible, and somehow manages to stay surprisingly efficient. The Tracer 900 is nimble, comfortable, sporty, and shockingly versatile. It eats highway miles without effort, attacks corners with confidence, and feels fun even on short grocery runs. For riders who actually spend time on the seat, the Tracer 900 is one of the most complete do-everything bikes of the last decade. A misunderstood machine that aged into a cult classic. 10. Kawasaki Versys X300. When Kawasaki revealed the Versys X300, a 300cc adventure bike, the reaction was skeptical. Why would anyone want a tiny ADV bike? 300cc is too small for real adventure. Most riders walked right past it, and then the experienced riders stepped in. The Versys X300 turned out to be light, forgiving, shockingly stable, and extremely fuel efficient. It doesn't have to muscle around extra weight, and that makes it a dream for new riders. And a secret gem for seasoned ones who want a low-stress adventure machine. With a comfortable upright position, smooth power delivery, and excellent suspension for its size, the Versys X300 handles long trips way better than anyone expected. People have crossed entire countries on these with zero complaints. It's not trying to compete with 800cc or 1000cc ADV bikes. It's trying to give you freedom at a fraction of the cost, and it succeeds. 9. Honda CTX 700. When the CTX 700 came out, the entire motorcycle community scratched their heads. Was it a cruiser, a touring bike, a futuristic commuter? Nobody knew, so most people ignored it. But experienced riders quickly realized something important. Honda built one of the most user-friendly motorcycles ever created. The CTX 700 has a ridiculously low center of gravity, making it feel stable even at walking speed. The ergonomics are incredibly relaxed, the seat is wide and cushy, and the engine is tuned for smooth, confident power. And if you get the DCT version, it becomes one of the easiest motorcycles on the market to ride, almost like a two-wheeled Honda Accord. Riders who actually spent time with it discovered a bike that wasn't strange. It was brilliant. A sleeper touring machine with comfort most cruisers wish they had. 8. Suzuki SV650. The SV650 has always been overshadowed. It's never been flashy, never been heavily marketed, and never been considered a status symbol. But experienced riders know the truth. The SV650 is one of the most perfectly balanced motorcycles ever made. The V-twin engine is full of character, torquey, predictable, and incredibly fun to rev. The chassis is light and confidence-inspiring, making the SV650 one of the best bikes for track days, commuting, canyon carving, or weekend rides. Many riders say it's the motorcycle that taught them how to truly ride. It's that good. Professional testers and experienced riders consistently rank the SV650 as one of the greatest all-around motorcycles of the last 25 years. A bike that never screams for attention, but earns it mile after mile. 7. Honda CB500X, early generations. When the original CB500X came out, it didn't turn many heads. It wasn't powerful, it wasn't aggressive, it didn't have fancy electronics, so people ignored it. But riders who actually put real miles on it discovered something amazing. The CB500X is one of the best real-world adventure bikes ever built. It's light enough to maneuver easily, comfortable for long miles, affordable to maintain, and tough as nails. The parallel twin engine is smooth and predictable, making it an excellent long-distance companion. Experienced riders appreciate motorcycles that just work, and the CB500X does exactly that. Quietly, efficiently, every single day. It may not dominate spec sheets, but it dominates the real world. 6. Yamaha Super Ténéré 1200. If you asked most riders to name a big adventure bike, they'd say BMW GS or Africa Twin. The Yamaha Super Ténéré rarely makes that list, and that's a shame. Experienced riders discovered that the Super Ténéré 1200 is one of the toughest long-distance bikes ever built. It's incredibly stable, comfortable for hours, and has a bulletproof engine that just keeps going. What it lacks in hype, it makes up for in dependability. Owners regularly report absurd mileage, some over 150,000 miles, with minimal issues. It's the bike for riders who care more about crossing continents than posting photos. A true workhorse disguised as a forgotten machine. 5. Kawasaki W800. The Kawasaki W800 is a retro masterpiece, but almost nobody noticed when it arrived. It wasn't marketed heavily, and younger riders were chasing sport bikes and modern ADVs. But experienced riders, they saw what this bike truly was. A beautifully crafted, smooth, elegant classic with incredible attention to detail. The W800 delivers a riding experience that feels timeless, relaxed posture, silky throttle response, and a sound that's uniquely soothing. It's not a bike for numbers or speed, it's a bike for soul. Riders who value craftsmanship over aggression fell in love instantly. The W800 is a reminder that sometimes the best motorcycles are the ones that simply feel right. 4. BMW F800 ST, F800 GT. While the BMW GS lineup soaked up all the attention, the F800 ST and later the F800 GT quietly sat in the background. Most riders ignored them, until experienced riders started taking them on long trips. What they discovered was a near-perfect middleweight touring machine. The parallel twin engine is durable, surprisingly fuel-efficient, and very low maintenance. The handling is sharp, the seating position is comfortable, and the bike feels extremely stable at highway speeds. It doesn't have the charisma of a boxer engine, but it makes up for it with reliability and real-world performance. The F800 series is one of BMW's most underrated achievements, a genuinely excellent motorcycle hidden in plain sight. 3. Honda MT-0700V, Deauville. In Europe, the Deauville had a reputation as a mail carrier bike or a machine for government workers. Because of that image, riders ignored it. But those who gave it a chance discovered one of Honda's smartest designs. The MT-0700V is comfortable, practical, extremely reliable, and built with integrated storage that actually works. Its V-twin engine is famously long-lasting, and the bike handles touring with surprising ease. It's not flashy, but it's brilliant. A bike for mature riders who want comfort, efficiency, and Honda dependability. The Deauville is the definition of a motorcycle you don't want until you ride it. 2. Suzuki DR650. For decades, the DR650 has been criticized as old, outdated, and lacking modern tech. And yet, it refuses to die. Experienced riders know exactly why. The DR650 is one of the toughest, simplest, and most reliable dual-sport motorcycles ever built. It can go anywhere, survive almost anything, and be repaired with hand tools on the side of the road. Riders have taken DR650s across continents, deserts, mountains, jungles, and everything in between. It's not fancy, it's not modern, but it's dependable in a way modern bikes rarely are. A forgotten legend, still going strong. 1. Yamaha MT-01. And now, number 1, the motorcycle nobody expected. When Yamaha released the MT-01, riders were confused. A massive V-twin engine inside a sporty, naked frame. It wasn't a cruiser. It wasn't a sport bike. It wasn't anything people were familiar with. So the world ignored it. But experienced riders finally took them out, and the reaction was unanimous. This bike is insane in the best possible way. The torque hits like a freight train. The sound is thunderous. The styling is bold and intimidating. And the riding experience is unlike anything else on the road. The MT-01 wasn't made for the mainstream. It was made for riders who crave raw emotion, mechanical drama, and unforgettable character. A misunderstood monster, and now a collectible icon. These were the 13 motorcycles everyone ignored, until experienced riders embraced them and revealed their true value. Some were ahead of their time, some were marketed poorly, some were simply misunderstood. But all of them proved that a motorcycle's real worth isn't on a spec sheet, it's on the road. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, which of these underrated bikes would you ride today? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.